People hate the Elder Scrolls Blades, Apex Legends bans levers, and we got some classic WoW PvP plans. Glorious. My name is Force. Welcome back to the Force feed. The internet's number 8 gaming news show. I really thought if I kept telling myself I'd be number one, that I'd just become number one. Guess you gotta make videos along with doing that, and you gotta actually be good, so I'm just gonna drink my cappuccinos and read the news. So first up today, the Elder Scrolls Blades. If you haven't heard about this, this is the iOS game, a new phone game coming out from Bethesda. They're on a fucking roll, let me tell you. And it's not good. A new article posted up on the Android Police gives a brief review of the game, going over some of the ins and outs. But specifically, we want to focus on the discussion of monetization as what they describe a shallow Skinner box that you can pay to not play. The first line in the article pretty much sums it up really well. You can tell almost immediately that Bethesda has designed Blades from the ground up as a shallow cash grab. After all, it's a free-to-play game with a pack's in-app purchases that range up to $99.99 per item. So it's not like it was a mystery. Basically, the game is loaded with timers that you can pay to skip. In the game, the progression is locked behind these chests that have wait timers lasting up to 6 hours, and they're saying that you'll never really earn enough in-game currency to skip the timers in a reasonable fashion, so you'll want to buy your way out. Now, on one hand, I'm like, yeah, it's a phone game, and phone games are known to be riddled with wait timers that you could pay to skip and progression locks and all sorts of stuff. It's not terribly surprising. I guess the thing is, though, from Bethesda, we were hoping, like, maybe this would be a company that released a good phone game. Like, there are good phone games that exist that aren't terribly predatory, and I think after the success of Fallout Shelter, which wasn't filled with these invasive monetization practices, people had a really positive impression of Fallout Shelter. That kind of led to the expectation that maybe they can actually make like this Elder Scrolls experience on the phone that actually ends up being enjoyable. But it turns out not only is the gameplay and combat not particularly fun, we've got these huge cash grab issues going on with this game. So, I mean, it's disappointing, but just chalk this up to another one of the recent Bethesda disappointments. They're not having a good year. Let's put it that way. They weren't having a good 2018, and they're not having a particularly good 2019 now either. So it's a bit of a shame where the Elder Scrolls Blades sit at the minute. Now, evidently, they are being receptive to this feedback, like, oh boy, it was an accident. We didn't mean to charge you this much. They're saying that, like, okay, we get it. Perception's bad. Maybe we'll rein in the cost. On one hand, I don't know what I expect as a free-to-play phone game. Like I said, this is kind of par for the course. From Bethesda, I suppose we were just hoping for better, but at this point, given their recent track record, maybe we shouldn't hope for better. All right, next up, we've got Apex Legends, a recent ban to quitters. Wait, why did I say ban? It's not ban, it's punish. Apex Legend punishes quitters. Apex Legends punishes quitters. That's the headline. There we go. So they're testing out this new penalty system for people leaving the game early. This was a big problem. Whenever you solo queued in Apex Legends, you almost constantly dealt with people leaving the game early. Even if you were working as a group and one of your friends died right next to you, I would constantly have people leaving before I even got the chance to go get their banner. Like, it was a pretty regular occurrence. So there's a punishment system that they're looking to do. In a recent update, they accidentally pushed through this lever penalty system. They didn't intend for it to go live, but this is something that is in the pipeline that they're considering. Basically, what players were noticing was that they would get a 5-minute cooldown in between matches if they quit mid-match 3 times. Leaving games early will be giving you this escalating cooldown. That is their intention when and if they do officially decide to roll this out. Now, there's a couple caveats. If your squad isn't full, like it starts with a member missing or someone leaves before you, or if you die and bleed out, then you're totally fine to leave. But their idea is that this is a squad-based game, so people just leaving the game as soon as they go down and not even giving their teammates the chance to get their tag and revive them, it's really bad for the flow of the game, and it's really bad for the experience of the people who stay. So I fully endorse some sort of a leaver or an early quitter penalty. I think that's a really smart idea if you're gonna have this game be forced into groups. If you add solo play, then maybe this isn't so much of an issue, so that people who just want to play solo can play solo. But since it's just squads of 3 and that's all it is right now, a lever penalty punishing people for quitting and not giving their teammates the chance to bring them back, 100%, I support it. I won't lie either. Like, I've left games early, and I agree, I should be punished. It's not good. A couple months from now, Classic WoW is going to be coming out, and we've been getting information about how they're going to be rolling out the updates. Now we have an update for their PvP plans. It's going to work like this. Phase 1 with the Classic WoW launch is going to have open world PvP. There won't be any stat tracking or anything, no formal rewards, but you can PvP in the open world. Fantastic. Phase 2 happens. We'll be releasing the honor system, which includes dishonorable kills, as well as PvP rank rewards. Phase 3 will be Altaric Valley and Warsong Gulch. Phase 4, Arathi Basin. And Phase 6 is the world PvP objectives in Silithus and the Eastern Plaguelands. So now this, combined with the PvE plans that we already got, basically give us a clear picture of how Classic WoW is going to look when it comes out. We got the launch content, which will more or less be like we remember it. And then in phases, they'll be releasing all of the additional updates leading up to the end when Naxxramas and the invasion of the Scourge and all that stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. The only reason I really brought this up, I know a lot of people aren't going to care about Classic WoW PvP plans, but I can't wait for Classic WoW solely because it's going to be a fun nostalgia trip. Am I going to play the game for like 2 or 3 years? No, it's very, very unlikely. Maybe a couple months is what my Classic WoW experience will be, but that's really all I'm looking for. A chance to relive 2004, 2005 with my friends. And open world PvP was one of my favorite parts of the vanilla WoW and Burning Crusade experience. This is pretty cool stuff for me. Plus, you know, modern day WoW, and modern day WoW's fine. I play it and whatever. I play every expansion for a couple weeks. But just MMOs in general, they're so stagnant right now. You don't see a lot of them. It's a genre that does have some established games that are doing well for themselves and have good player bases, World of Warcraft included, but we're just not seeing a lot of new ones coming out. So they're not churning out MMOs, which I guess makes sense because it takes a long time to make them, and it doesn't seem like a terribly profitable genre of game right now. There's just so many other types of games that developers are focused on making, and it makes my heart sad because I grew up playing MMOs and I really, really love them as a genre, and I want to see more of them. So even though I know Classic WoW isn't gonna like rebirth the the genre of MMOs, it's just gonna be a nice trip back in time for me, and that's frankly, that's fine. That's good enough. I know for some people they think that's gonna like breathe life back into the genre. I have a hard time. What was that sound? The weather's getting nice, which is great, but it also means we get fucking bugs. Like, all right, well, that's gonna do it for me here today. Yeah, Classic WoW is gonna be fun. Apex Legends, you should punish early leavers. And the Elder Scrolls Blades, a free-to-play mobile game for Bethesda, turns out that people don't like it. Guess that's not too much of a surprise, but that's it for me here today. Thank you guys so much for watching the show. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you later. Take it easy. Last week, I managed to upload 3 videos, which is the most I've done in 1 week in a long time. We're gonna try to keep that train rolling. Do I have something in my... What is going on with me? First there's bugs flying around my house, now I got something in my eye. There is a bug! Oh my fuck, it's just a beetle. Oh god, I hate bugs. I hate bugs so much. I appreciate you, like what you do for the ecosystem, but could you not fly in my face? Oh, he's flipped upside down. God damn it, let me get you. Oh, you're fine, you did it. Nature finds a way. Now I'm gonna put that outside. I'll see you guys later.